Well, this is quite an historic summit from the point of view of Italy's relationship with Africa. The Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni had strong support from the European Union. So we had Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission President here, and also Moussa Faki Mahamat, the chairman of the African Union Commission, as well as several major leaders from African countries. As you said, the Mattei plan is at the centre of the Italian government's strategy to what Meloni says will be a new chapter in the relations between Italy and Africa. That involves proposals for projects totaling $6 billion US, including, for example, vocational training in Morocco, an education project in Tunisia, and health projects for the Ivory Coast, with others planned for other countries. Now, we've already seen some criticism from Moussa Faki Mahamat, who said that there wasn't enough consultation ahead of the plan. And I think there's a lot of scepticism too. Is this really about the Italian government trying to position itself for the European elections, or is it really serious about building relationships and strengthening the economies of the African countries, as the government says, to try and slow down that flow of migration that we're seeing across the Mediterranean?
What sort of feedback did you get from some participants in terms of the impact of this summit and the way forward?
Well, I think it's a little early to say, but there is concern that we've had these promises before. People are saying that, they want to see the projects, they want to see tangible proof of these promises. And it's about time that the Europeans and the Italians in particular follow up with tangible projects. The Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has visited Libya, she's visited Tunisia, she's trying to strengthen those relationships. But these sorts of projects that they're talking about, which also involve accepting energy from African countries as well, will take a great deal of time. They're not going to happen overnight. And I think the people attending this conference want to see the proof followed up with these, not just mere promises, but they want to see the proof that the Italian government is serious about this.
Should we expect more editions in the future?
It would be exciting to see this. I think there's been a lot of attention generated around the world, not just in Africa, not just in Europe, about this summit. And the leaders were certainly given the red carpet treatment last night with a beautiful dinner at the Quirinale Palace, meeting the President, Sergio Mattarella, who has been also very active in this conference today. I think there is a sense of promise there to try and build a new relationship. The Italian government says it's serious about that, particularly because it is president of the G7 group of nations in 2024.